Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode of my Forever Stranded Lost Souls playthrough. Today we want to get into some tinkering, but between episodes I did a little bit of grinding, a little bit of exploration. That came out pretty well. I got some good stuff, got a decent amount of iron and a little bit of gold. I've also been grinding up some gravel and sand in preparation for today to get ready for some tinkering. But one of the things that I, was a little bit scared of was when I was out exploring, I was afraid I was going to run into gas. So in preparation for that, I went and grabbed a bunch of ghost wood. Should be a little window that's showing that some of that ghost wood collection. And then converted that, because you can use the ghostwood leaves in order to make the ghostwood fletching. And then the ghostwood fletching, you can easily make a bunch of arrows. So I made a bunch of arrows using ghostwood. I had to put a couple levels into attack so that I could use my bow that I crafted back a few episodes ago, actually. I actually noticed that it is a legendary bow, so we'll probably want to hold on to that for a little bit, at least until we can make a much better tinker bow, which might not be that long from now. But yeah, and then I actually did run into some gas that bow was extremely handy for us. Should be a little window again up here in the corner showing some of that. But I also made a compacting drawer to store my netherrack, because that was starting to get a little out of hand in this chest. Let's see what else we want to do today. Well, let's get right into the tinkering stuff. So let's look at what we need to do for that. Oh, the other thing that happened while I was out exploring is exactly what I said. One of the mobs, the infernal mobs, hopefully I'm saying that right, the ones with the little multicolored swirlies, did in fact drop an iron pick for me, so I was able to complete this one without actually having to craft one. So we'll go ahead and grab that loot chest from there, and I totally forgot to turn in the bug food one at the end of the last one, so we'll go ahead and grab another loot chest from there. We'll check those out real quick. Heavy plated shield. It's actually not too bad. Probably, ooh, I can actually use it too. That's kind of awesome. What else? And another experience. Okay, that's getting a little old now. I went from a drought to a flood, basically, between this playthrough and last. Now I've got 4 of those. It might come in handy occasionally if I set up some mob farms in other places or something like that, but pretty much the 2 that I have out here more than I'll probably ever need in the base. But alright, back into the quest book. And we're pretty much got everything done in the survival except for the portal home and the spawn thing here. And I'm not really too concerned about those for now, so I'm going to just call that one done for the moment. Maybe I'll come back and revisit those at some point. In Compressium, we've gotten pretty much everything except for the auto sieve and the diamond mesh. We can probably take care of that diamond mesh real soon. And right now, actually, is what I meant to say. Right now, because I could use that. So I've got an extra string mesh here that I've been saving to convert. Let's see if I got the flint. I do, because we got to turn it into flint first. And then we got to use some iron. You see, I'm up to 34 iron. That's all just from mining. It's not grinding or processing or anything like that. It's just going out and exploring and mining a bit. And then we turn that iron one into diamond stiffened. There we go. That should complete that quest. We'll go ahead and turn that one in. Of course, we're going to want the loot chest. Claim. See what we get. Ah, actually, that's pretty good. And I just need 11 gathering to use it. It's interesting, but there's one thing I would like to apply this to right now, so let me just go see what it was going to take to get my... Oh, it's not hard at all. I only need 1 more level in gathering, which would take 7 total. Oops, I'm actually way up there. There we go, 7 total gathering. And now I should be able to use these? Yeah, there we go. Because I want to upgrade that. Because you can see it's almost at the maximum store. It was almost at the maximum storage for wood. But now it should be able to go much higher. What is that, 32 times? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about upgrading that one again. If it gets to that much, I think it will be okay to leave it. I'll go ahead and put the extra ones away for now, because I'm sure there'll be other things that I want to upgrade. I put that one down there, the netherrack one there, because I'm going to actually turn that one right there into an upgrade for, another one. And then it's going to take these double compressed, pull it out, and push it into the next one, which will be the low tier. The double compressed will be the low tier, so it'll compress it even more. So whatever quadruple, probably I think that take it up to quadruple compressed. If need be, although I'm not 100% sure I would ever really need to, so it may or may not happen. And I'm thinking I'll probably clear out a bit of this wall and put some more storage drawers in there eventually. Eventually we'll have it all connected up using a controller somewhere. Probably a controller be like in the middle here, where this reactor looking thing is at right now. Maybe eventually we'll turn that into an actual reactor of some sort. Not even sure that there's a thing in the game for that, but you know, maybe. Big reactors is probably in here. Probably. Not big reactors, extreme reactors is what it's called now. We can check that real quick. Yes it is. So yeah, maybe we'll make that actually a functioning reactor at some point. But back to the quest on hand, which is to get some tinkers done. I just wanted to clear that one because it was easy. Probably could clear these ones because they're fairly easy as well, but we'll come back to that another day. Maybe I do it off camera. But this is the one that's super important to me today. Tinker stuff. So let's get our tinkers stuff all sorted out. And for that we're gonna need some wood. I'm gonna go grab a pile of oak. And we can get, let's see, I believe it's, oh, nope, I need sticks first. What the heck did that? Oh yeah, duh. Did not realize that is now craftable. That's actually kind of good. Don't need it right now though. How can I put it back together? Oh, well that's cool. I can actually craft sticks now that way. Cool. This is what I intended to do, is make a couple discoveries there. Intended to make a bunch of these blank patterns. A whole bunch of them actually. So first of all, we're going to need a parts builder. Then we are going to need, just grab a couple of those because we're going to need a crafting table to do that to get the tool station, and then just a regular old plank to get the stencil table, and that should complete the quest. Yes it does. Nice. Just gonna use a loot chest for that, so we'll claim it, but that's going to open up a few other ones. We might as well go ahead and get the tools and stencils here, parts patterns chest. So let's check out what it takes for those. Gosh, just so many things, and it's there they are, way down there in the little corner. Which is, that one's just a chest. That's what I figured. So we got to do. We're gonna need a little bit more than that because we got to first come do that. Then we need to surround it again. Maybe we'll just grab a bunch of planks for now because I'm sure that I will use them in the long run. So there we go, a chest. Now we combine that, and I'm probably going to need another chest for the next one, I'm sure, for the pattern. And then the parts chest is a little bit more complicated, but it does in fact require another of these. Regular chest, and it's like that, that on top, and sticks. There we go, parts chest. Don't know that I will use the parts chest too much, but I did want to complete the quest, so there we go, we'll claim that one. And then the next thing is to make a bunch of grout. So that's a lot of why you see all the sand and gravel in here ready to go. I've also made a bunch of clay. So if we want to make a bunch of grout, G-R-O-U-T, there's no A in there. grout. Of course, I need porcelain first, so we're going to use that. Unfired porcelain, that's going to give us 2 stacks. Nice. And then we can go a stack of grout. And I should be able to do not quite a second stack. What am I short on? Gravel. So that completes the quest, but we'll grab that out. But the other thing I'm going to want to do is actually, you can see set up over here, I've actually removed a block right here. And that is because I want to make a, let's put these up here for now. Hold off on using those, put those away. Stairs probably go over here with their other decorative blocks. And I don't have a chest that's specifically for equipment, but we'll throw it in there for now. Okay, back to what we're up to here. I'll go ahead and put that in that chest just to get it out of my inventory, and we'll put those extra logs over there, as well as all these extra planks so that they're available for crafting sticks as well. There we go. Cleared up my inventory a little bit. And yeah, the next thing is, in fact, actually to make 2 more chests to make 2 more hoppers. If I had enough blaze rods, actually do have enough blaze rods to do one as a, if I want to just save the metal, although I think at this point iron's not going to be an issue for too much longer. I could in fact use the blaze rods to make a blaze hopper. Those are actually pretty good if you end up having a lot more blaze rods than you do iron early game, from fighting juggernauts or blazes or whatever. It's a good option for a hopper. But I don't have a ton of them right now, and I don't think I'm going to need a ton of them anytime soon, but it'd be nice to save a few just in case I do want to craft like a potion stand or something like that. And I've got a reasonable amount of iron right now, so we'll just do standard old hoppers. There's a way to speed these up, but it sure doesn't need to be done for what we're going to be doing. I need to get 2 gold out of here. 2 gold. Accidentally scrolled a few extra things to my inventory there. I think it was just the one thing. 2 gold, because we need to make a ingot cast first before we can do anything else. So, and for the ingot cast, we're going to need to use a piece of either a brick, or we could use one of these ingots that I don't really particularly need, like this lead ingot. It's not that important. I'm going to have a ton of that later on from smelting all of these things down. You can see in here I got silver, probably some lead. Yeah, look at all that lead that I have already. I'm not going to have a ton of use for it, so I don't mind using up this ingot here on making my ingot cast. So there we go, ingot cast coming right up. The other thing I'm going to want to grab is one of those crates that we had made. There we go, crate, because that's going to go right here in the floor. I'm going to remove that bit there. Now this is going to be the tricky part. Actually, we need to take that out, the ingot cast out, because you can't tell it, but this table actually does have 2 slots. Man, I need to... Yeah, we can pick this up for a second. That might help. It's not going to hurt anything to do so. Just going to remove these for the moment, because we want to put our crate right here on the floor. Have this hopper facing into it. And then we need to pick this up for a second. These things are nice because they save their inventory, the fryer. So I had some fuel in it, and when I put it back down, you'll see, oh, I guess it did give me the fuel back that time. Interesting. Last time I could have swore that it kept the fuel in it. That's okay though. Not a big deal. Either way, it doesn't destroy it if you break it when it happens to have something in it. So we'll put that back down. Still got its lava. Now if I put this table back here, and what I was saying about that, it does have 2 internal slots that you really can't, see, but when you initially create a pattern, it is in the output slot, and in order to get it to the pattern slot or input slot, you have to take it out and put it back in just once, or it won't, or you'll wonder why it won't work. Basically, it doesn't automatically move itself over. Anyway, then we can just load this grout up into this hopper right here, and that's going to start melting down. The only thing left to do is remove this porcelain faucet. In fact, we'll just throw that into there so that we can just get this completely going through automatically. If I can find where if I had any of it left, I should have had a bit of it left. Yeah, there we go. Fluid duct. I just need one, but I am also going to need a servo. And just a basic servo will work. There we go. Everything in. Had everything for that, so we're good. Toss that on there. Put that there. Set this to ignored. And now we have automatic seared brick production. And that's pretty much all I'm going to be using this porcelain melter for from this point on. Is just when I need more seared brick, I will throw a bunch of grout in here, and that'll be it. Because it doesn't really have the same, well, that was interesting. I suddenly got a little bit more light in that area. It doesn't really have the same benefit as the, or same things that you can do as the big multi-block smeltery. I should also mention that, yeah, I totally forgot that if you recook that bread, you can get toast, which is just a hair better than the other stuff, the just basic bread. So that was mentioned to me by Curtis. So we're gonna go make sure we remember to do that from now on. So we'll take and make our wheat flour first, then we'll cook it, and then once it comes out as a bread, we'll cook it again for toast, and that'll make it just a little bit better. And we can use every little advantage that we can get. So there we go. Okay, so now that that's actually starting to smelt up, let's check our quest book again. There's something going on with my frames right now. I'm not sure what. But there we go. Grout, that one's done. Claim it. And then the next thing is to actually make the smeltery bits. So we're just waiting. We just need to wait for a little bit of that to cook out. But while we're waiting for all of that to cook out, we can come in here. Well, first of all, open this chest. Potions of swiftness, regeneration, and absorption. Nice. Not sure what mod adds the ability to stack potions, but I do really like that feature. But we're just gonna put those away for now. And I got 2 more loot chests to open real quick, so let's check those out. Some basic chests and some gravel. Okay, gravel's good. That'll make us some more grout. But we might as well go ahead and upgrade these because they're really not that much use to me, but they are. I don't think so. I think there's no other uses for them. Yes, yeah, just to upgrade into a regular chest, and then I can use those in a bunch of different crafting crafting recipes. So the other thing I did find should mention it right now. The other thing I did find while I was out was bloodwood trees, and I believe these, if we go like that, get a bit of those, and we can do this. Look at that. Bloodwood tree doors that I can make this without the saw yet. So there we go. Now I can come down here and remove these little things. Right, I said we needed doors. We wanted to put doors here. I wanted to put doors here. Like so. They're kind of funky doors, and you can, see through them, but they'll work. They will work. I will probably put some pressure plates at least on the inside until I can get some. Those two look really weird. Until I can get some other stuff. What am I trying to say? Until I can make a pressure plate that only detects players. I'll put a pressure plate on the outside too, but till then, at least I got some doors that I can go in and out of down there. I still like having this access for now because it lets me get out on the roof real easy. But this is eventually going to get closed off when I do my Better with Mod stuff. I am wondering if it has something to do with the light coming from this that's causing my frames to dip. Yeah, you can see the little thing up there. Frames is dipping down, up and down a little bit. Could be the fact that I've been playing the game for a bit this morning too. So who knows? One of the other 6 ones, half a dozen, or the other. But where I want to set up my smeltery, my tinker's stuff is all in this room right here. This room right here will be my little tinker's workshop. So I'm going to pop that piece of stuff out right there. I'm going to end up actually putting my... Would I put my parts chest back in there? I think so. Parts chest back in there with the parts builder right there. Yeah, that'll work. The pattern chest there. Stencil table end up going there. And the tool station can go here. Yeah, that should work. And then what I'll do is I'm going to actually remove this corner of the ship because we're going to put our smeltery in this corner. So I'm going to bust up the ship a bit. It isn't going anywhere. You know, it's pretty much dead. I've crashed it too many times. It's non-repairable. So we're just going to, you know, chop it up for spare parts, basically. And then I can put my... in fact, let's actually pull those two out as well. I could put my controller right there. My faucet can be right there on the tier 2, so it can pour into stuff here. And then probably I will have a crate right here. Yeah, crate right there will work. Yeah, this should be good. Should be good. Alright, the other thing I need to do is put my stencils in there. In fact, maybe... let me think here. Let's try to make this as efficient a use of this tiny little space as possible. I think I could, in fact... Now, I don't believe... Yeah, pattern chest. That access is there. Tool station. The tool station is what would actually need to access the parts chest, wouldn't it be? So the tool station should actually go there. Pattern chest could actually go over... Okay, I put that in the corner, and then put the... No. We'll get it here in a second. Stencil table in that corner. Pattern chest there. Part builder there. There we go. I think that's what I want. Yeah. I think that's what I want. For now. So let's put that there. Put the stencils back in there. Drop my experience. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can. A quick reboot will help this bit of lag that I seem to be having right now. Alright, I've done my quick restart. I don't know that it actually did help. I think it has something to do with this fluid duct. The lighting effects coming off of that or something like that. Anyway, we're just going to press on. And yeah, like whenever it doesn't seem... yeah. Anyway, we should have a bunch of bricks ready to go. Yeah, look at all those bricks we have ready to go. Nice. Okay. All we need to do next is... Oh, there's going to be some funky stuff I just remembered, I believe. Which is going to require... let's see here. We need seared stuff. Not the seared furnace. We're going to need some seared brick. Let's not even worry about that yet. We need a seared tank, which is going to require the porcelain tank. I forgot about this. Okay, so we do need to actually. Okay, let me turn that back to redstone high. Let it clear out. That's going to continue melting some stuff. We're going to need a basin. Can we make the basin without the... Yes, we can make the casting basin without any worries of all that other stuff. And then we're going to need some actual unfired porcelain to make, of course we actually, or I mean fired porcelain bricks to make some of these other things. So, smeltery, this thing right here is going to require a porcelain melter. So we need to make, remember our, let's see, what was it, that one? Nope, that's not the one. There was a cheaper one. That's a little bit cheaper. That's the cheapest one as far as the porcelain bricks go. Glass is not that expensive, or not that difficult. Neither one of them are technically all that difficult at this point. But we need to make a melter. That melter will then go, and this is one of the reasons. Yeah, now that that's all cleared out, I can just go ahead and break it, and that'll give me my bits back. We're just going to go ahead and break that, which that'll get sucked down into the chest. Grab out the faucet again, because we need to put that faucet back for a minute. Use our casting basin right here. We're going to put our melter in there and pour seared stuff onto it. There we go. That should, as soon as it dries, go right on down into here. There we go. There's our controller. Nice. Step 1. And I believe I wanted to put my controller right there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I want it. The other one is going to be the tank. So to get a seared tank, I need to make a porcelain tank. It needs to be that specific one that I just made a few minutes ago, which is, well, we can just click through like that. Oh, it's not the same one. It's a different one, but there we go. That's the one I need. That's also going to go into there and get poured. And as soon as that dries out, get sucked down through here. There we go. Now we got that bit. Let's look what we need for the actual quest. Tinkering. We're doing the smeltery stuff. We need some bricks. We need some drains. Let's actually go pick the thing back up, because I think we have to have it all in our inventory at the same time. So we're going to pick that up. I will put these back here in just a minute, probably. I might leave them off until I'm done with recording, honestly, because I think I have enough to do to get to the recording done today. So we're going to need some drains. I actually want 2 drains. 1, 2. We're going to need some faucets. I'm actually going to want 2 of those as well. 1, 2. We'll get into all that here in just a second, but let's see, what else was the quest? We needed some bricks. I'm gonna need a lot of bricks, so might as well just go ahead, convert some of those, and there we go. We're done. We got that. We got that portion of done. That quest is done. Claim that. Now we can do a bunch of other things, like a tool forge. Start making aluminum brass. Probably one of the first things we're gonna want to do is make some aluminum brass, so we can make a bunch more castings. Just want to quickly, it looks like a couple things opened up, specifically a resonator. I'm going to want to do that one real soon. Maybe we'll just save that for the next episode. Trying to keep this one just a little bit short, but this one should have already done. Oh no, I need to make the engineering manual, I guess, to complete that one. But we'll come back to that maybe again in the next episode. We'll maybe get into some some engineering stuff. So, ooh, melons. Nice. Okay. Just pop those in there with the other melons that I've already gotten from a previous reward. So I got my smeltery drains, the tank, so pretty much, yeah, I just need a whole bunch more bricks. Looks like, yep, a bunch more bricks. So we're ready to build. We're ready to build this thing. So, yep, controller will go there. My tank, let's see, where will I actually be able to get to the tank? There's no, maybe actually put the tank on the outside. Yeah, I can put the tank on the outside. In fact, we're going to need to remove these wall bits right here because that's going to be part of the tank walls. In fact, this one too. Clear all that. That's gonna go there, and then we're gonna make a 3x3. Good old classic 3x3. Oh, that's a diagonal block thing. Okay, so not too concerned about any of these bits, but we want to pick them up. They're probably pretty cheap to recraft though, honestly. If we looked at the frame stuff, recipe, yeah, let's just, oh yeah, that's super cheap. Oh, my door is closed. Well, that's not good. I guess I gotta go in the other way. Which means I got to pop this brick back out, I guess. Can't quite, well that's gotta come out anyway, so that's gotta come out, that one, 2, and 3x3 needs to come out. There we go. And yeah, I didn't even think about not being able to get back on the inside there. Of course, I could have just made a netherrack button in order to get in from the other side, if necessary. In fact, I should put one over there just for that purpose, and I'm just going to use that for a temporary block. So I can place those initial 3 down there. 1, 2, and I did say that I was going to put the tank on the outside, accessible from the outside. So we'll put that seared tank right there. That'll make it nice and accessible from the outside. And then maybe I'll even like do the smelter or the lava generation block thing. I need to make one of those anyway for a quest. Those 2 things are going to go there. Do I have another rack? No. Well, we'll do it here in a second. Oop, I should probably not be on the inside of that thing. Oop. There we go. Get it. 2 levels. Do I have enough for 3 levels? I do. That will work for the moment, and then we can go ahead and fill these back in right there. Yeah, that one can go back in. That one's actually going to become a piece of smeltery block eventually, so we'll just go ahead and put that one up in there. It's going to be another level. So yeah, that'll work. But if we look in here, we got plenty of space to get started. Then I want to have a faucet there and a faucet there. And then the next thing is we're going to need some tables and basins. So let's go grab... Oop, did I use up all the bricks? Didn't I? Yes. No, I didn't. Okay, there's more bricks in there. In fact, let's go ahead and break that. There's my basin. I won't need to make a new one. But we can put that back there. That there. Go ahead and remove our faucet from over here again and set it back up to auto. There we go. And set this back to ignored. Yeah, it's got to have something to do with the fluid duct, lighting from the fluid duct. As soon as I started that up again, it kind of gave me a little bit of lag. So we need 2 casting tables. 1 and 2. There we go. 2 casting tables and a basin. That's the setup I'm looking for. Oh, the other thing we need is 2 more hoppers. So let's see if we can just do hoppers. I actually have enough for 3, but I only need 2 at the moment. Put those back. Oh, I forgot to bring my crate, would be helpful to have that crate in order to place the hoppers against. There we go, a good old crate. Nice convenient little storage thing. There we go, that should be feeding in. Let's double check, throw something in there. Did it end up in here? Yes, okay. Alright, and then we're going to put our basin on top of that one. One of our casting tables on top of there. Other casting table back in that corner. Oops, this actually goes... maybe I do want that back in the corner. No. Put that there. Then I'm going to need one more servo and another piece of fluid duct and a lever. So, servo. Hopefully I still have the stuff to make one of those. I do. Excellent. Another piece of fluid duct. And then some sort of lever. Just a basic lever. Basic lever will do. Because that's going to go on top of there. That way we can put that there and this on there like so. I'm going to need to go ahead and now make some aluminum brass. Let's come back in here and check on our copper and aluminum. And yes, I should totally make the compressor as soon as possible in order to get better results here, but I'm okay with just using up 9 instead of 4 for the initial crafting of stuff here. Okay, there we go. So I got some aluminum and some copper. We will toss those in. Problem is, nothing's gonna happen just yet because we need to get some lava. So I got 2 buckets in my inventory here. Let's get our bow ready because I hear a bunch of I hear ghast. You see I moved a bit of lava over here, right there. That is because I want to start another farm. Oop. And, I think the easiest way to get down to lava is on this side. Didn't I have a way right down? Get rid of that. Didn't I have a way right down through here, I think? Yeah. So I can get down to this lava lake. Oh, there's some nether earth right there too. Okay, got my 2 buckets. Got 2 buckets of lava to get started with. That should be enough, at least to get a good start. We can worry about getting some more, bunch more of it later. In fact, we will we'll do a little netherrack, or the little thing with the lava over there real quick before the end of the episode, because that's kind of an important thing I want to get to. But now that that's got some lava in it, by the time I get in there, it should have some aluminum brass in the output. And we'll need a brick of some sort, and we can actually use a seared brick. I've got a bunch of them in my inventory, so that's fine. Let's put these away, and these, and all of these. There we go. Just put some stuff away. Keep my inventory clear as much as possible. But if I look in here, yep, we've got aluminum brass cooking, or mixing, however you want to say it. But we're going to put a brick over there, pour ourselves an ingot mold. And then that'll go in that one. That way I can, when I want to just pour out a bunch of ingots, all I got to do is turn this lever on. That will pump all the metal out and form ingots, and then automatically go into this crate right here, which we will probably use for our storage of ingots for the time being, and metals for the time being. Now the other thing I would like to have over there is a second pattern chest. So let's grab that. You know what else would also be nice to have over there is a actual crafting station. just for, you know, if I happen to want to craft something over here. There we go, nice and cramped in here, just the way I like it. Just the way I like it, super cramped. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put another, I need one of these back here, stencil. Just one stencil will do. Combine that together to get a pattern create. If I put that down there now, then I can store all of my, these things, all my casts in there. It'll become a cast crate. Nope, that really wouldn't work out. Let's say I almost want to have that back in the wall, but it really wouldn't work out very well. So, but yeah, it's cramped in here, but this is just my little Tinker's Workshop. Really nice and small. And if you know anything about forging and stuff like that, you do want like all your stuff really close together. That way you don't have to move as far. You grab your hot metal, you turn around, you bait it on an anvil or whatever. Talking about blacksmithing in real life. But you do want your stuff kind of close together, you know. Lessens the amount of work that you have to do by moving around and stuff. So, but the next thing to do would probably be to actually start making some part stuff. First thing we're going to want to do is upgrade that pick. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, well, first of all, we're going to need aluminum brass ingot, right? Because we, in fact, let's put that back over there for a second. We've already got aluminum brasses at the bottom, so that'll give us our ingot. That'll complete our quest. Very nice. Let's take a look at what other quests we can complete real quick in the tinkering. That one's done. Claim it. Pig iron. That one might take a little bit. Especially since we don't have, especially since I have the mega torch. Because I have the mega torch, I'm not going to have a lot of mobs coming, trying to get to me and then falling into this thing. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to either move the mobs, or I'm going to take the mega torch down for a bit and let some mobs fall in there so I can get some blood. How else can I get blood? Can I put, I'm trying to think if, I do believe if you throw, what is it? I'm thinking, oh well, here, let's look. Blood. This right here, no, yeah, no, that's fiery blood. We want just regular old blood. It's not going to tell us through that method. We go pig iron. If we look at what it takes to make pig iron, we go switch over to pig iron. Why it's not showing it to me? Casting. There we go. If we look at molten pig iron and we go alloying, then we look at molten. That's what did that say? Molten iron. That's molten iron. Back up. We want molten clay and blood. That's the one we really need. Blood. And we want to look at smelting. Yes, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure rotten flesh will give me some blood. Problem is, I don't know if I have any. I don't think I do, because I haven't been killing any pigmen or anything like that yet. Although that is something that needs to be done. So I'm not seeing rotten flesh in here anywhere, and that seemed to be the only thing. Again, if we come back over here to alloying, blood, smelting methods, yeah, pretty much that's it. Rotten flesh. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can do that. Pretty sure we can do that. We're just gonna have to kill a bunch of pigmen, so I'll probably need to set up some kind of a good way to do that. So I guess we're not gonna do that one today. I just wanted to look at what it would take. Manilian, though, we can do today, and that's the one that I really want to do because I'm going to want to make my tools and some other parts out of Manilian and that kind of stuff. So we're going to need our compressed hammer. Let's go ahead and check this loot crate real quick since we're standing right here and we have a place to put it. That's cool. Gravel and cobble stuff. But the thing we need to smash with our compressed hammer, and I can't quite, okay, give me that, there we go. Compressed netherrack. So now that I got a bunch of compressed netherrack, I can grab my, with Diamond Wand, we're going to go outside on the roof. I should make sure I close that this door whenever I'm not actually. Yeah, well, it'll bite me at some. It'll bite me some point, I'm sure. And then we can do that. Drop that out. Then grab our compressed hammer, because if we do it this way, we actually get, there it is, crushed netherrack. The crushed netherrack we can then go sieve. And we might need to check on what sieve we actually want to put it through. Maybe I won't facepalm this time. Let's put that back for the moment. But and I should have a little bit more of this someplace else too. There it is, just a little bit more. But yeah, we can toss all that in there, compress it so that it'll work on our compressed sieve. Get one more. And maybe find a use for that later, or I'll put down the regular sieve and get rid of it that way. But if we look at usages of the crushed netherrack, go to the heavy sieve. Let's see, we want the ardite and cobalt. So only 10% chance in a flint, 20 in an iron, I guess 30 in a, yep, okay, so we do want the diamond. Do want the diamond. Let's go ahead and hang this back up as well right now. Come over and pull that out. That's our flint stiffened. Was using that to get some more hemp. But there we go. We're gonna sieve this all out. Alright, last one. Let's see what our totals are. That looks like a pretty good amount. Alright, let's combine those down. Again, probably would be more awesome if we had the compressor thing, but we're just going to do it like this for now. It's really not that difficult. It just takes a few minutes to a few extra materials, and well, netherrack's certainly not hard to get, but we've got a ton of gold out of that too. Look at all this gold. In fact, I don't mind at all doing the gold, because we're going to have just a massive amount of it in the end. And we'll go ahead and put the extra bits back in there. We've got a bunch of blaze powder too. Quite a lot of that. I'm not sure if I can use that in anything. Some cauldron stuff. Definitely a number of things that it's needed for, but no immediate use that is necessary. Looks like I got a pretty equal amount of, well, exactly equal amount of ardite and cobalt. So let's toss those in there together. Let them melt down and alloy. Which will just take a second. While that's melting down and alloying, we can go ahead and grab some wood, start making some patterns. So let's toss that in there. First thing we're going to need to do is come over here. We're going to need pickaxe head, shovel head, of course, axe head. Another one that I always liked. I'm going to definitely need a rod. Definitely the binding. Maybe now would be a good time to start making a better weapon. In fact, that better weapon is probably going to be a yo-yo. So let's make yo-yo body, yo-yo string, and the axle pattern. I am probably going to want as well some arrow shaft things, fletching, and an arrowhead. And of course the string to make the bow, bow limbs to make the bow as well. I think if there's anything else that I really need right this moment. I should cover the majority of the things that I want to craft like in the immediate future. So let's look at, first of all, let's put this aluminum brass back in there because we don't need that. Toss that other cobalt in there. It looks like our manilium is starting to alloy. Put our ingot cast back over here. Actually, before we do that, let's pour one manilium ingot because we need that for the quest. We're gonna need a bunch of manilian ingots to repair our tools in the future, but there we go, there's the quest complete. Yay! Alright, back over here. We'll put that in there for now. But now that we got the patterns, we can make them out of wood. That. Pretty much need, yeah, definitely the bow limb as well. The string won't, there's actually some things you can make the string out of. I'm not sure that I have that material, so we're not going to bother with that one right the minute, but I don't think that the arrow shaft or the fletching either is that important, but that, the yo-yo and the yo-yo body, and I'm not sure that I can do anything special with the string just yet either, because that's a material that's going to be more advanced than what I can make at the moment until I get some purple slime. So we'll just start. We need to go back to aluminum brass there to pour our patterns out. Alright, there we go. Got a bunch of patterns. Now I can store these all in this cast chest. Nice. So I don't have to keep my inventory full of stuff. I'm gonna throw this gold in there to melt. Go ahead and melt down. We'll get a bunch of gold for whatever uses we might need it for. And then let's see, what did I do with that broken bone pickaxe? I might as well upgrade it because it has just a little bit of experience. I'm not sure. You know what? Heck with it. I don't even know where I put it. We'll just make a fresh one. And I'm not sure that it matters what materials I use. Oh, the other thing I would love to have is some, if we look at like the parts, rod, I do believe that, let's see, steel has a pretty good durability bonus and modifier, but if we look at manilian, or manulin, depending on how you like to say it, it has a very low modifier and high durability. But if we look at Invar has a high modifier, and I actually want that modifier to up the durability, because I believe that it would be better to have that than it would be to use the manulin as the rods. So for Invar, we're going to need some iron, and I don't really have that there. But the other thing I need is nickel. Do I have some nickel? Yes, there we go. Nickel there. Grab a bit of that, and then I'm just going to have to grab my... I'm down to 4 iron ingots in there. We're going to use it up just to get a little bit of Invar. That, and we'll go ahead and throw all that nickel in there. That'll make a bit of Invar. Drop that back in there, and you know what? Let's clear our inventory of a few other things while we're at it, including those bricks and that mesh. Okay. In fact, these bricks as well. Just put those in there for now. I know where they're at. I won't know where they're at when I go to look for them, but I know where they're at right this moment. Okay, that is almost ready to go. We've got manulin now. I don't need the aluminum brass for the moment. What is up in there? There's something in between there? Anyway. It looks like there's something in between there. Between the gold and the iron, but I guess not. That's just, that's the halfway line that goes all the way across. Okay, so we're going to want a manulin head. That should be on the bottom right now. Manulin head for the axe and the shovel as well. I'm not 100% sure that these are the best. You guys can tell me what the very, very, very best would be. I'm sure that these are not the most super optimal mixtures, but the nice thing is they can be upgraded and changed as you go, so that is the best part. Alright, so then we're going to need... I'm trying to remember what the best bow limb is. Bow limb, I think it's... I think that it is in fact electrum. Yeah, in fact, I don't need to think about it any longer. I do remember that it is in fact electrum, and I have a bunch of gold in there already. I just need to add a little bit of silver, so we'll grab a little bit of silver. That'll get us a bunch of electrum. Now, the problem with the electrum bow is that it does have very low durability, but there are ways to adjust that later. Of course, I could mix it with some other things and have a lower draw speed, but I really do like the electrum bow. So we'll probably end up pouring an electrum bow. Now, tool rods, I'm gonna need 3. And what I'm looking for is the Invar. There we go, Invar. Let's get 3 of those. And then I can come right over here and start making okay, I need a binding. I'm not sure what the best binding might be. There's a bunch of different ones that add different durabilities, and of course you wanna. I'm kind of also looking for the the electrum binding actually has a really high durability and it adds shocking. That might end up be what I pour them out of. Not sure what else. The Manulin, that's only 100 and adds, oh, that's Abyssal Light. There's so many purple things here. There it is, right there. Cold-blooded only adds 50 durability. The other thing about the electrum, it does add shocking, so you can like use it to shock things. What else? The best one would probably be pink slime, but we're like not even close to having that. Pig iron is another great one to have as, but again we need that blood. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to get any without going and getting some rotten flesh right now because I have that torch up, and I don't really want to take the torch down, to be honest. So maybe we should just make it out of electrum. Maybe we just make it out of electrum for the time being. Now let's pour that last one so we can get that. And then, yeah, we'll do our bindings and our bow out of electrum. For the time being, like I said, you guys can let me know how far off I am on min-maxing these things. So we want not the lunabrass, we want the electrum. So let's get our 3 bindings out of electrum for now. The other one that would be like super great to have as a binding would be the treated wood, because it would give it the ability that it would slowly repair itself over time, but it's very minimal, so I'm not too concerned about it. And of course we're going to need 2 electrum bow limbs. And then the body for our yo-yo. Now we are playing the new update that just came out. There's actually 2 updates been out. I updated them once, and then apparently there was some problem, and another update immediately came out. But there we go. Manulin pickaxe. We're gonna do hatchet, so that and that. Get our Manulin hatchet and a shovel as well. Manulin shovel. You can see they have a pretty good amount of durability. They have a high mining level, so I'll be able to mine pretty much anything as long as I have the points in it. And any of these could probably be used as a better weapon than my stone sword at this point. So we'll use up these quartz tools, and then we'll switch to start using these. And I'll probably just throw these ones that I've picked up in a locker at some point, because I imagine I'm going to start getting a bunch more of those as we go. But there we go. And then the only thing next is the bow, and since I think I'm just going to use a regular string, since I don't have the fire string, that'd be the only other one that I might want to use. So I think it's just a regular old piece of string. We're going to need a little bit of string for the yo-yo as well. So gotta craft it first. So that will give me the bowstring. There we go. Got an electrum bow. Maybe not as good as my legendary one, I'm not sure. Does give me a decent bonus damage. Really good. Well, it's no special range modifier, but the draw speed is like really fast. So it's like, well, we're gonna have to put some points and stuff off camera to actually use these things. In fact, yeah, the hatchet and the bow definitely gonna take a bunch of attack and defense. I've got a reasonable amount of experience stored. If you look, yeah, we're up to like 1,000. So yeah, I should be able to get those levels put into those skills. But the next thing is the axle and the body of this thing. So let's look at Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo. I don't think I can do any of these special strings yet. Let's see what we got. Magna Slime string. Slime vine, no. Slime vine, vines. It has a higher friction. I'm not sure what that probably means. It doesn't go out as long, but the length is good. Night metal is probably the best one for length. Slime cord. Any of these have a lower friction? String has the lowest friction. Has a super low friction. All the rest of these have pretty high friction. But string doesn't have particularly great length. Although it's more than enough length for me. And you guys will see how this all works here in just a second. But we're going to go ahead and first we're going to do our yo-yo string. Grab that. The other thing is he adjusted a bunch of the damages, so we need to like take a look at that. Yeah, the iron yo-yo used to be like super high on the damage on the attack, but it's not nearly as high as it was. But let's look at Manulin, because that's probably our best attack that we can do right now with the materials we got on hand. It's 18.77. That's actually really good. Looking through a bunch of these other ones, Titanium's also really high. What's that? Wyvern? Okay, that's like way end game stuff. Awakened, also way end game stuff. So out of the materials that we have currently, we definitely probably want to use the Manulin. And then yeah, all of these change friction and stuff, so probably Electrum, friction 0, modifier 0.8. Any of these have a particularly good modifier out of the materials that we have? Paper, no, we wouldn't want to do that. We probably want something that has a low friction and a high modifier, if we can find anything that's better in the materials that we can currently have access to. Manulin actually has a higher modifier and a low friction, so maybe we'll just go with Manulin. All Manulin. There we go. Oop, wrong thing. Oops. Switch that back over. I think I can just toss this back inside and it'll melt down again. Yeah. So we're just going to go all Manulin with a regular old string. So that should do. For making our yo-yo. Now you know what? I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like we're going to need a tool forge to make said yo-yo. So let's that's actually going to complete another quest, and to do that we're going to use aluminum brass, I believe. You just got to pour one more yo-yo body here, because it takes 2 bodies, 1 string, and 1 axle. It's a yo-yo, it has 2 halves. As soon as that pours out, we can switch it over to aluminum brass. How many we have? Oh, we have 2 blocks of aluminum brass. 2 blocks of gold. We need like 4 blocks of anything will do. Well, we've got a bunch of gold in there right now. You know what? And I don't have an issue with it because we're gonna get a bunch later. Let's make some more silver and we'll make even more electrum. And then we'll make our forge out of electrum. Might as well. Like I said, these materials are going to become, and silver melts down real fast too. Silver and gold are going to become fairly abundant here real quick. So let's get down to the electrum on the bottom. That way we can start pouring it into the casting mold, or the basin, so we can get blocks of it. We need 4 blocks total. And then hopefully by the time that silver melts and alloys up, we'll have a total of 4 blocks. I really hope. It's alloying, it's just not allowing real fast. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. As long as we can get 4 blocks of it. And then we need 3 of the bricks. And we had 3 of the bricks left. Nice. From earlier. There's 2. Let's go ahead and break this thing. As soon as that pours out, we need 1 more. Yep, we got this. And it really doesn't matter what metal you use. It does change the appearance slightly. If you care about that, I mean, I'm not really going to care too much because it's back in the corner anyway. You're not even going to be able to see it. So, but actually, the electrum looks very much like gold, and that's actually kind of cool. So there we go. There's our 4 blocks. All right. So that in the middle, that across the top, and like so will give us a tool forge. That should complete a quest. Why did it not complete the quest? Tool forge. Does it have to be an iron tool forge? Really? Really? Seriously? That's unfortunate. But there we go. We got our tool forge. That quest should have completed. Does say and I crafted it. That's a bummer. I guess you have to make it out of iron. That's, oh well. Maybe we'll make another one later. Not too concerned about it. It's only just another loot reward chest. But there we go. Now we can do our yo-yo. Woo! A Manual yo-yo. Probably going to require a bunch of stuff I don't have yet. 21 defense, 24 gather. So I'm not going to be able to show you how to use it today, but we did get it crafted. We got all of our tools crafted. We've got some things. I'm going to just go ahead and start throwing these extra tools back in there for now. The only other thing I might want, and keep that down in my bar because that's we're gonna have to use that bow until we upgrade our skills. The only other thing that I might want to actually make today is a sword. Yeah, just a basic sword. So I didn't make the cast for that. I'll do that off camera. I'm not too concerned about that. And of course, now that I have the tool forge, I could make a more advanced weapon, like maybe the Karma. I'm not sure how that does. Shears animals and harvest crops. Interesting. Possibly the hammer. A lot of times I like to use the cleaver, but with the attack rate on it, it might not be the best option in this pack. I'm not sure. Anyway, you guys can leave me your opinions on all of that. Let me know what materials I could have used instead, or what we can upgrade into the future, in the near future and the late future, to make these way better. Obviously, I know that Wyvern Metal is going to do much better for attack damage on stuff, and as far as the harvesting tools, you guys might have some better suggestions as to what I could have done a little bit differently, or materials that I can shoot for or can aim at in order to upgrade these in the near future. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment. There's plenty of things to comment on, I think, this time around. But anyway, guys, thanks so much, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.